Hello everybody and welcome to Tiger Reacts. Of course, I'm your host Tiger, and in today's video we are going to be reacting to something a bit different. I am trying to dive into like more YouTube stuff, and one thing I'm a massive fan of is Fakemon, whether that be Digimon or Pokemon, and I love diving into, watching these creative artists create their Pokemon, or when people, actually fund creative artists to make their ideas, come to life. Fuck AI. So this is Hoops and Hip Hop, and this is what if starter Pokemon had different evolutions for the Kanto region. This video is like 4 years old. I do believe he's dived into like multiple regions as well, so maybe we can make this a little series. Who knows? Anyway, it's only 9 minutes. Let's dive in. Hoops and Hip Hop. What you gotta say, bro? Okay.
Starter Pokemon are super popular and great, and pretty much everyone has a starter that is amongst their favorite Pokemon ever.
Sure.
But here's a thought, what if those starters evolved into completely different Pokemon than they do now? What if their final evolutions, which are always hotly anticipated, were completely different Pokemon altogether? Well, that is what we are going to explore today as we create brand new final evolutions for the starter Pokemon of the Kanto region.
Okay.
Before we begin though, it's important to note that I'm not just redesigning Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise. Rather, I'm going to be creating completely brand new Pokemon that the Kanto starters could evolve into based on certain aspects of their design, if this were some alternate timeline where their actual evolutions didn't exist. With that said though, you could also
So he's not redesigning Venusaur, Charizard, or Blastoise, he's making completely new Pokemon from the rip and saying, hey, in an alternative universe, this is Charizard, Bulbasaur's, and Squirtle's final evolution. Gotcha.
also look at these new designs as branched evolutions if you wanted to as well. All in all,
This
is just a fun experiment, and it's all made possible thanks to the wonderful support of today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. You've probably heard supporting the channel. Alrighty, so on to the Pokemon now. We're going to start with Bulbasaur, because he's number 1 of course, so if Venusaur didn't exist, what kind of alternate path could Bulbasaur and Ivysaur take upon evolving into their final stage? Well, looking at both Ivysaur and Venusaur, their Pokedex entries frequently mention them needing to bathe in sunlight so the flower on their back can bloom, and it even mentions that if Ivysaur is doing this frequently, it is likely that its flower will bloom soon and it'll evolve.
Okay.
I decided to make this aspect of these Pokemon the key point of their alternate evolution by creating an evolution of Ivysaur who didn't get enough sunlight and its flower wilted instead of bloomed. This is Shadow evolving.
Okay, I like him a lot. He's like the complete opposite to Venusaur. I kind of like the way he went down it. Like, Venusaur is, the little bulb, and Bulbasaur has now blossomed into a big plant, right? That's the whole point. Where he went down the other route, he did the opposite almost. I love this design. I have seen a fair few designs of Venusaur with a Venus flytrap, because obviously it's in the name Venusaur, but this actually looks like Ivysaur's gone through some turmoil, some trauma. He's not, gaining enough. Like he said, sunlight. It kind of looks like it feels like Ivysaur's got rejected, and this is the result of that. Holy crap! I like the detailing on the head. Like, he's got this little bit on his eye, which is really cool. The plant looks great. The leaves look all like zigzaggy, completely different of Venusaur. This is well sick.
From Ivysaur, it drops the poison type and gains the dark type instead.
Cool.
The dark type has a double meaning here because it refers to this Pokemon growing resentful, angry, and jealous that its flower wasn't able to bloom, which has forced it to rely on and increase its own physical strength as well. But the dark type also refers to the lack of sunlight it received that resulted in it evolving into this form, which makes Shadowsaur in particular a good concept for a branched evolution.
Yes,
of
it does.
Ivysaur,
Yeah, it works.
I think would be really cool to incorporate into actual starter Pokemon someday. Its name also comes from shadow, referring to the lack of sunlight it's received, and the same "soar" suffix that its pre-evolution's names have. For good measure, here is its shiny form as well, and since I really like it when Pokemon have meanings behind their shinies, this coloration could refer to the poison type that this Pokemon lost upon evolving, meaning that
I like the shiny. The shiny is very cool. I do think I prefer his original color palette, but I do kind of like the purple on him.
its shiny could possibly be an evolutionary in-between point, if you will, where it is still transitioning into becoming its own unique species.
That is really cool.
Next, we come to Charmander, and before we start on Charmander, I just want to mention that the artwork for these Pokemon was done by Alestiva076. You can find him on Instagram and Twitter, and you should really go check him out and give him a follow, because he obviously deserves it. Okay, so with that said, what kind of alternate evolution could we possibly give to Charmander and Charmeleon that could live up to the hype and glory that is Charizard? Well, while I'm not trying...
Hot take here, Charizard overrated. Charizard is so overrated. I do like Charizard a lot and, and stuff, but he gets all the attention, he gets all the love and stuff. He's in every anime, he's in Ash's lot of anime, he's in Red's little spin-off, he's in Horizons. No, shut up, just leave Charizard alone.
To improve on or replace Charizard or anything, I do have a pretty good idea for an alternate evolution. The one distinct thing about the Charmander line is that they are based around salamanders, hence Charmander's name. You wouldn't normally think of a salamander Pokemon as a fire type though, but the reason why the Charmander line are fire type has to do with the legends and folklore surrounding salamanders, particularly of the medieval variety. In medieval folklore, salamanders were often associated with fire, so because these Pokemon's typings have roots in legends and folklore, I thought it would be perfect to create an evolution that embraces this and becomes part fairy type as well.
Ooh, okay.
Charathos, a fire type evolution.
Okay, first off, the first thing that screamed to me is the color palette. Love the contrast of colors he's used here. It's more of a pinky red than like the orangey color that Charizard normally is, which is great. I love the color of the tail, the flames coming out like almost feels like shoulder guards. That's really cool. And also to mix it up, he's now got more fairy-like ears. I'm assuming they're his ears, and he's also got fire trail coming off the head. That is so sick. Wow, I like him a lot. And the fire fairy combo, interesting. I like it though. I like the way he went down. He went down the mythical route, like the whole lore behind salamanders and the like I said folklore of it, which is really good explanation of why it's a fairy type.
Of Charmander and Charmeleon. In addition to this typing fitting really well with the inspiration, it's also a typing that has yet to occur officially within Pokemon as well, which makes it all the cooler. Thanks to the fairy typing, its flames and overall coloration have turned a little more magical looking, and its name also comes from Char, just like its pre-evolutions, and Mythos, referring to its inspirations of folklore.
I see.
This is its shiny form.
Wow!
Yes, it is black like shiny Charizard, but this comes from the fact that many salamanders are primarily black in color. I don't know if that's where
I do absolutely love the fact that there's a meaning behind his shinies. Yes, he gives a Pokemon a color palette and stuff, but he's actually putting thought into why a shiny is the way it is. Fucking love this, man.
Charizard gets it or not, but it works out pretty good here, so I'm gonna use it. Finally, we arrive at the Squirtle family. Blastoise is a classic.
Low-key, my favorite Kanto starter. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love Squirtle, love Wartortle, absolutely adore Blastoise.
Pokemon for sure, and actually my favorite of the 3 Kanto starter evolutions. But what if Squirtle and Wartortle evolved into something different instead? Well, when looking at exactly what else they could evolve into, I looked into Wartortle a little more closely, and easily the most distinct thing about Wartortle's design comes from its Pokedex entries, where it mentions that Wartortle can live to be 10,000 years old. I decided to take this trait and run with it and create an alternate evolution for Wartortle that emphasizes this ancient elderly age. Meet Turtelder. This
Wow.
one is easily my favorite.
Okay, first off, I think it's my favorite, but it's so far from the other two designs. The other two, you could kind of tell they're like, Charizard and Venusaur's, Ivysaur and Charmeleon, like, evolutions. This is bananas. It kind of looks like his shell's a cannon. Like, the really cutesy, like, cartoony cannons. Love the tail. Holy shit, that is awesome. I love the color palette, too. Oh my god. I love the beard that he's got. Oh, this is definitely my favorite one. Holy shit. What's he called? Tartelda? Oh my god, yeah, Tartelda's my... this is fucking awesome, yo!
Favorite of the 3 designs we have showcased today, because I think it looks so cool and works so well.
Definitely.
Borrowing the old concept from Wartortle makes for a great basis for a completely new Pokemon, and the fact that it's also the final evolution as well is just the icing on the cake. Its shell even gained a humpback like an actual old man, so what is there not to love here?
Okay.
It does retain the pure water typing simply because the old theming doesn't really lean in the direction of any one other type except maybe
fair.
Ghost, but he's not really ghostly either, so pure water it is. I'm cool with that because, like I said, I think it got the best design of the 3. Its name, meanwhile, is pretty straightforward, coming from Turtle and Elder, and its shiny gains this nice sea foamy green.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I want to see the shiny. This is awesome. He said sea foamy green. I get it now. Yep, okay, that took me a second to click on. Oh, this is amazing.
Because, well, it's a turtle, and it's water type, and it also looks good, too. So those are our 3 alternate
Wow, I like them all stood together. I think that is gorgeous. Holy shit, okay. No, I like this a lot. Oh, wow, okay. I'm really, really liking them stood side by side. I think Wartortle's no evolution's my favorite. Then it has to go Ivysaur's no evolution and Charmeleon's. I'm not gonna lie to you, I think there's water, grass, fire here. Just saying.
Starter evolutions. What do you think of them? Which one's your favorite? Let me know in the comments.
I think they're fucking fantastic. My favorite is definitely Wartortle's evolution.
And be sure to let me know if you'd like to see this for the other starters as well.
Yes.
I would love to
I will
do
be
it
checking
if
them
this
out in a
video
later
did
date.
well enough. Also, be sure to check out Alestiva076 with the link below, and a huge thank you to him for his amazing work. With that said, I will see you all very soon with another video, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and until then, as always, I love you guys, thanks for watching, and I will smell you guys later.
Well, I'll smell you. Anyway, that was really cool. I definitely like those designs. I'll be leaving. I do this with every reaction video. The link to the original video is in my description. Make sure you go check out Hoops and Hip Hop. He's done really well for himself for the last couple of years. Definitely gained a big following. I love watching these Fakemon designs, whether it's Digimon or whether it's Pokemon, so I thought, why not react to some of them, because I want to start reacting to more YouTube content, more than, I do trailers and music videos, but I like reacting to some YouTube content. I did some Watch Mojo and some Vine stuff last week, in the last couple weeks, sorry, so yeah, let's definitely try to do more of these. If you guys want me to react to his other ones, where he's given the other starter Pokemon like different evolutions, definitely do let me know, and I shall react to them in impromptu time. Yeah, go check out Hips and go make sure to check out Hops and Hip Hop. And then of course in his link tree, like he said, the artist is in the link tree in his description. He's saying link tree. The link is just linked in his description, so make sure you definitely check out the artist as well. We've got to give these artists some love, man. AI is taking over too much now. Shit. Anyway, do of course check out the rest of the reaction channel. Do hit the like button, subscribe button, and notification bell if you guys haven't already. I do love you all for passion, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye.